What's up everyone? Today we're back in Honkai Star Rail and I'm going to show you how I am clearing the Pure Fiction mode. I believe this is like the second hardest or hardest game mode in the entire game right now, so I wanted to make a showcase of how I clear it. You can see these are the teams that I use. For the first half we are having Black Swan plus Kafka, which is the weakness element of the opponent, so it's very nice to bring them in. It's also a damage over time centered Pure Fiction, so it's very nice to have a damage over time character in this half. Here we are running Jingliu plus Himiko, which are Cryo and Fire, so once again the elements the enemy is weak to. And yeah, I'll show off how I do it. If you don't know much about the game, I will try to explain as much as possible what the characters and the enemies do. For now we are going to use the techniques, which is going to give us some buffs mid-fight. Rowan May comes first, push 1, Black Swan, and finish off with Kafka. So yeah, let's hop into the fight and see how we do. Hopefully autoplay is not on, and it isn't. You can see even if I'm not doing anything, the content just clears itself, which is very fun to see, honestly. Like, how many enemies have died already? It's kind of crazy to think about. Yeah, the game just plays itself. But yeah, we finally get a turn. Kafka is a damage over time support. Her role is triggering damage over time immediately, so the biggest weakness of these teams is kind of nullified, because like damage over time you have to wait for your opponent's turn in order to receive the damage, but when you can trigger it immediately, it's very nice to see, and we will do so right now. Yep, we take them out. We are going to use the ultimate, which is doing basically the same thing but in AoE, and we hopefully get to clear right here, which we thankfully do. We are on to the second wave. Now it is Black Swan's turn, and I'm going to use a skill. She also applies damage over time, and she also reduces enemy defense. This is the chunkiest enemy on the enemy team, so I'm going to target it. We are also going to use the ultimate, because I'm honestly not too sure what the ultimate does. It's like gives the damage over time some increases in damage, but you can see it doesn't really matter what what the ultimate does when it just clears the entire enemy team like that. Who do we target right here? Like if I use the basic attack, Kafka is going to join in. You can see it's signified by this spinning bullet right here. She's going to be using her Uzi. Maybe target this guy because he's weak to lightning. Like, I think there is no bad selection here, honestly. I think targeting a middle person is better, because damage over time in this Pure Fiction is also going to trigger on the adjacent enemies, as you managed to see right there. Here we are going to use a basic attack. This is just a support character, and her support is up for 2 more turns. We're going to use her ultimate as well, just to give us an extra layer of support. So yeah, we're dealing tons of damage right now, and if her turn doesn't come along once again, I'll be very happy, because her duration is based off her own turn. So yeah, by the looks of things, if the enemies are just going to be killing themselves like that, we are going to have a great time. And hopefully with this Q usage right here, we should be clearing the wave. I think this is going to kill all 3 of them, but let's take a look. Yep, that was indeed correct. And now we have to face the boss. The annoying thing about this boss is that he will not die until all of the other enemies are cleaned up, so I'll just target him to begin with, but then I'll transition to other enemies as well. Do we want to use a skill or a basic attack? Actually, it's a pretty nice question to ask, because Kafka will join in. You can see her thingy is once again up, and she will gain energy, so maybe that will push her to have enough energy to use her ultimate. But I don't know. I think I might actually just use the basic attack, because we also want to be generating some skill points. Skill points are what allows us to use our skills like this. You can see using a skill drains one and using a basic attack generates one. So we kind of want to have a decent balance, so let us try to balance it out right now. The ultimate is up and we are going to use it after the skill for Fush 1. Fush 1 skill is pretty unimportant for this, honestly. It just lets us not take any damage, or like any damage that the team takes is automatically going to go to Fush 1, and you can see she has like double the HP of the other teammates, so it's a good thing to have. We're going to spam the ultimate of her as well and going to deal some extra damage, not that it really matters. We are clearing the enemies so easily, which is actually great news because I believe this is my stronger team. We want to be clearing here instantly, and we can get to struggle a little bit on the other half with my other team. For now I think we're going to be fine. Yep. The enemies die, they resummon themselves, and we are going to use the ultimate of Black Swan on the newly spawned enemies. We should be alright here. We get frozen, but it's on the character we care the least about being frozen, so it's fine. Who do we target right here? I think we still target the boss because he's still at 63% HP, so we want to get him down a little bit further. And the other people I think are going to die from damage over time, so it's going to be pretty simple for us. Maybe here we get to target someone else, like this guy right here. Maybe even use the skill because we can afford it. I think a skill is the optimal play right here. Yep. Because of the damage over time being adjacent, it's actually very nice that we get to attack multiple enemies with it. Fu Shuang can use her basic attack maybe on this guy right here, because it's going to give Kafka enough energy to use her ultimate once again. And yeah, we get to clear yet another wave of enemies. It's going very well so far. The boss is down to 28%, now only 8%, which is only going to go down. But once again, he will not die. It is impossible for us to kill him before the other enemies are dead as well. So we have to work a little bit on them now. You can see he gets some immunity, which is unbreakable even by his own teammates. So yeah, let's just enable the skill back. You can see we're out of triggers for this, so we're just going to pop it back on. The ultimate goes back on as well, giving us a lot of extra damage. As I said, it's pointless to attack the boss now, so let's just target this guy instead and kill him, hopefully. It's looking like that will be the case. We also get another wave of enemies. The boss uses his ultimate attack, which is kinda scary, almost kills our support, healer, tank. But I think we'll be fine. Yep, the last enemy is down, and now he is vulnerable to being dead, so here we go. 57,000 damage from a basic attack, you love to see it. So yeah, we got 40,000 points from the first half. This half is a little bit more iffy. My character set's not as well built on this half, but I think we'll be alright. Let's start with using some techniques first. I think we do this and this, and then finish off with... I actually think I messed this up because he's supposed to be frozen. I'll just start off the challenge, I guess. I think I messed up, but maybe it won't matter, we'll see. We're starting off with some extra damage on the enemies, which is very nice. On this half, Ting Yun right here is our support unit. She loves to give energy and attack to her teammates, so we are going to focus on Jing Liu right here, which is our main damage dealer. We also have Himeko right here, which is our secondary damage dealer, but I'm not going to focus too much on using skills on her. That being said, I think skill right here might be the optimal play. And if we mess this up, I'll just go back and do the thingy proper with the enemies being frozen. But for now, we are just going to hopefully ace this on the first attempt. Here we are going to use a basic attack, generate some skill points. Maybe that gives us enough energy for an ultimate, which is going to be very nice to have. And indeed we do. Her ultimate reduces the enemy's defense, I think, by 40%, so it's very nice to have. Usually you want to be saving this ultimate for her crazy form. She's currently sane, but I will show you what I mean real quick. So ultimate and skill make her go into a berserk state, as you can see right here by the half moons. We're going to use yet another skill, and that is going to drive her insane. Now she has unleashed her full power, and we get to go off on the enemy. But first, let us do the Himiko ultimate for some extra damage. Yup, 46,000 with another 34,000. And let's go off on the boss with an enhanced skill. Hopefully it kills. It does indeed kill. I was not expecting that. But as we said before, we have to also focus on clearing the fodder enemies. And on this half I have decided not to take any support units, any healers. So we have to be very careful with how we play this. We are going to reapply the attack buff on Jingliu because I think she needs it. It's going to expire if we don't. Himiko, she'll just, I guess, generate some skill points for the team. And also, I guess, kill the enemy. Who do we target right here? I think it doesn't matter. I think we just target this guy. And hopefully Jingliu with a single attack kills both of them, but we shall see. Thankfully she does. Her ultimate is back on as well, which is going to be very nice. Let's take how long her attack buff is going to last. 2 more turns, very nice. So we actually don't have to reapply the skill just yet. We can even use the ultimate. I am managing my energy horribly for this half, but we only need like 10,000 more points and we are done. We are going to use a basic attack, which is going to give us enough energy for an ultimate, and that is going to give yet more energy to Jingliu, which she very much desires. She's going to go into the enhanced state once again next turn, so we are going to be very happy about that. For now, maybe we'll focus on this middle enemy right here, just because this is going to get broken right here and we are going to get a follow-up attack. You can see by the number right here, when it gets to 3 you get a free follow-up attack, which is extremely nice. We're even going to use an ultimate, which is going to give us yet another follow-up attack, because it's breaking 3 enemies right here. And she might be clearing, who knows. 56,000 damage with 23,000 more. Kinda scary that the enemies are taking so many turns in a row, but I think we should be fine. Yup. Jingliu's turn now, and she can go into the enhanced state. Only 5,000 points left to go, or like 5,500 around there. So yeah, let us focus on getting some damage in, perhaps on these enemies right here, just because it's going to target all 3 of them. Maybe it kills them. It kills 2 of them basically. I believe this guy has damage over time, so we don't have to worry about him. We are going to put the skill maybe even here, because it's also going to give us an ultimate, I believe. Yep. And we get to maybe clear this wave as well. Yep, Himiko triggers her follow-up. Yet another wave of enemies spawn, which is super scary, but thankfully they are spreading out their damage quite nicely, so we don't have to worry about dying. Even though most of our characters are getting to pretty low HP, I think we are still fine. We only need like 2,000 points. One of our characters dies, but it's fine. We don't really care about that. We can take out someone right here. Maybe like so maybe? We're getting pretty close. The target is 60,000 points. After that we can just die and it will be alright because we have cleared the content and max efficiency. And yeah, we're almost there. Just this ultimate and we're going to clear. Yep, 60,000 points have been acquired. So even though I misplayed tremendously, we still managed to clear this. So yeah, we have the boss right here, but I think he's just going to kill us, so I'm not going to even try hard on this. Yep, he's starting to focus a little bit. Most of our characters are near death. Do I focus on the little guys? I think I might focus on the little guy just for that extra bit of points that we might be able to receive. But yeah, you can see we are not very close to winning. So I'm not worrying too much about it. Himeko is going to get her ultimate back and also a follow-up attack, so at least that's a benefit. Maybe we get to kill some of the small guys right here and get some extra points. Actually, it looks like we will. Two of the small guys are dead, but so are we, I think. We are so near dead, but we are somehow still hanging on. And I believe this might even be my highest score yet, so you can see even though I'm misplaying so much, yeah, I believe this might be my highest score yet. 60,000 points cleared, so this is the event done. Perfectly, I might add. Well, I don't think there are any more rewards left to claim, yeah. 60,000 is the max, and you can see all of my rewards right here have been claimed for me doing it. So yeah, I wanted to show this team off. I'm sorry if this was information overload for you guys, but I really want to make this game pop off on the channel because I really enjoy playing it. But yeah, I hope this video was informative, and if it was, I hope that you like, sub, do all the generic stuff, and I will talk to you next time. Take care!